What is up, my dudes and the one girl with ties to the Little Green Mafia? This is Bikes, Beards, and Brews. Let's kick that intro. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we kick this one off, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. New videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. We're just doing this all the time, yo. So let's get the other stuff out of the way. You want to save 10% on a Cardinal communicator? Check my referral link down below. Want to support me and all my do-gooderness like these cool guys here? Boom! You should check out my coffee page down below. Be a part of the Brew Crew. Want to know why I'm asking you for money? Well, you know, spoiler alert, it's not to buy more heated gear. I got a ton of that. It is for a good cause, and that link is also down below. So, before we get into today's topic, I just want to get a few things out of the way. First and foremost, it's not even 50 degrees yet. It's supposed to be raining. I have left the house in chucks and a hoodie and a vest, and that's about it. So maybe some mistakes were made. I'm not quite sure. We'll find out by the time this ride is almost done. For those of you who are like, who's the Little Green Mafia? What are you talking about? Little Green Mafia is essentially the Girl Scouts. They are the Little Green Mafia because, well, let's be honest. Back in my day, this is where I sound old, I used to be able to get cookies for like $2 a box or some crap. Now they're like $5 a box. And you know what? They come out once a year. You can't quite get them anywhere else. So they're basically just like hoarding this crack like once a year that they know that we will pay any amount to get once a year. So I'm actually heading out to a place like one of the malls or whatnot where they're supposedly camped out and, you know, extorting people for cash so I can try to get some Girl Scout cookies. We'll see how that goes. The other thing I want to talk about is it's Sunday right now. Football is going to be on at 3 o'clock. And you know what? I'm going to make some bold predictions for the rest of the season. Let's see if they come true. Quite honestly, today, I think the 49ers are going to win. Mr. Irrelevant is going to just get the best of the Kansas City Chiefs. Not because I don't like Patrick Mahomes, but, well, he is injured right now, and I think they're covering up how bad he is actually injured. So I think the 49ers are definitely going to be able to take advantage of that. On the other side, I feel like Cincinnati is going to win their game against the Eagles. Cincinnati is completely scorned with how everything was treated earlier and how they were treated. And I think they are just going to, like, just kick ass and take names. So I see the Eagles getting knocked out and Cincinnati going straight to the Super Bowl. Now, who do I think is going to win the Super Bowl? Quite honestly, I think Cincinnati is going to take it all. Because even though the 49ers are having this great, like, you know, made-for-TV movie sort of, like, story going on right now with their backup quarterback who is just, like, crushing it, and high five to the dude, nothing against him, I don't think that he's going to have the experience to take down Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals, so I see them going and winning the Super Bowl. Unfortunately for Mr. Irrelevant, he might as well just call Joe Burrow Johnny 5. And in that, I mean, it's going to be simply, Los Ocos kick your ass, Los Ocos kick your face, Los Ocos kick your balls into outer space.
Well, that clearly didn't go according to plan.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. So that is my predictions. That's my predictions for the rest of the year. Let's see what comes true. And this is all just a placeholder until next year when the Pats take back their crown. Welcome back to New England, Bill O'Brien. So today, I want to have a conversation with you. And honestly, this is probably mainly for the Harley riders because I don't see this as much with the other brands. So I want to know how faithful you are, how dedicated you are, how much you care about your bike. Because quite honestly, I see a lot of different people here. I see people that, you know, they had their bike from like 1982 or 1978 or whatever, and they keep that thing pristine and they ride it. And like, you know, they take care of that bike. It doesn't matter how many new bikes come out. It doesn't matter how many shiny gizmos, gadgets, and doozits and what, you know, come out. They are happy with that 1972 bike they bought brand new way back in the day while they were still in high school. Either that or they can't afford the new ones because, let's be honest, you have to mortgage your house to do it. And then I see the other people that they literally just go in and it feels like they're trading in their bike yearly. And let's be honest, whether you love or you hate Harley, they're not making any significant changes where that makes it worth it. So really the only reason I can see for doing this is you just decide every year you want a new color bike. Because, I mean, for years straight, that will be the thing that Harley does. They're like, oh, hey, we painted this one aqua, tequila, blue, moonshine by the sunlight, third quarter of the 15th year. Like, that'll be a paint color because it's Harley, why not? So the other thing with that is I see these people, the same people that will trade in their bike like year after year, they're dumping tons of money into the bike. They get it, and you know, new handlebars, new seat, stage 2 upgrade, new lights, new this, new that. They get the bike the way they want it, and then they trade it in and start all over. And I don't get this. I'm having a really hard time wrapping my brain around this. I don't understand why this is a thing. So honestly, I was kind of wondering if some of the people who watch me are some of the people that do this and could kind of explain it to me. And then for those of you who don't do that, sound off down in the comments. Let me know, why are you sticking with your bike? Why haven't you traded it in? How old is your bike? Like, you know, stuff like that. I mean, quite honestly, I've got my bike here. It's the 2018 Road Glide Special in the very unicorn color of vivid black. Try as you might, you're not going to find a black Harley, trust me. And you know, I bought this brand new off the floor. This is my bike, the Death Eater Betty Page, and I love this bike. And honestly, the other day I was updating my list of stuff that I put in aftermarket. I keep a running checklist, so I had to change a few things because, you know, I've updated the stereo as of late, and the speakers and the subwoofers and stuff like that. So I was looking through the list, and man, I almost cried a little. It's like, there's so much money. But at the same time, I look at it, it's like, honestly, if I sold my bike, I'm never going to get what I put into it. You know, once I get a new bike, I'm going to have to dump exorbitant amounts of money into the next one to make it even close to what I've built with this one. And I feel like I kind of have a bond with my bike. You know, my bike has not let me down. It is taking care of me as we bombed up and down the East Coast. I get on my bike, she starts, she rides, she runs, she stops, she does what she needs to do, and we are good. And honestly, I think this kind of goes back to how some people say they don't like liquid-cooled bikes because they don't really have a soul and stuff like that. And I kind of get that. I've ridden, you know, metric bikes and all that stuff, and there is a totally different feel to those bikes. And quite honestly, it was a whole lot easier to say goodbye to my Kawasaki Ninja than it probably would be for me to say goodbye to this bike. Why is the mall so crowded? It's January. There is no holiday around the corner. I mean, I've never seen a mall crowded for Valentine's Day. I don't know what's going on here. And this is like considered the dead mall. We actually have a much better one like 5 minutes away. So this is just weird.
Clearly, this mission was a success.
As I was strapping the Girl Scout cookies to my bike, some dude walked by with his like wife and kid, and he's like, "Oh, thanks for supporting the Girl Scouts." Dude, I'm not supporting the Girl Scouts. I'm supporting being a fat kid with a disposable income. Calm yourself down just a little bit. Whatever. So anyway, back to the topic at hand. You know, there's people out there too that they talk about their bikes and they're like, this bike has a soul and stuff, and I'm almost wondering, like, do you have a better connection with your bike when you think it does have a soul? Because I guess when we're getting down into that whole like philosophical discussion and whatnot, a soul means the thing is alive, it can feel, it can, you know, it's something. So are you also trading in your bike every year? Are you treating this like an orphanage or something? You adopt a kid, you're like, oh, this kid sucks, and you drop it off and go get a new kid? Like, what's going on with you guys? I'd like to know that as well. And this is the safe zone. I'm not going to make fun of you for your decision, how you ride your bike, how you buy your bikes, and all that stuff. I know we all have like our ways of doing it. That's how you rev bomb, right? Yeah, so I mean, for me it's mostly just a curiosity thing, and almost like a curiosity for the people who are watching my channel. I'm kind of curious which group you fall into. And honestly, like the people who are trading them in every year, you people fascinate me the most, and like you are the ones I'm the most curious in, because like I said, the amount of money that I dump into my bike, for me to trade it in every year, like I would just be in the hole all the time. And I feel like when I'm seeing a lot of people out there doing the same thing, like trading in yearly but doing a bunch of upgrades beforehand, I don't understand how you're coming out ahead on this. Maybe you don't care, maybe you are, I don't know. I'd like to know. So yeah, sound off down below, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, share this video with friends, share it with family, share it with that one guy you know who's driving a soulless Kawasaki, and you're just like, oh man, you don't get it. Maybe he will now, and he loves this stuff, trust me. I'll see you all on the flip side.